now.
Oh, is this actually happening?
Are we recording? Did you finally slam?
We are here with Tim Martin and Aaron Ellis.
Did you finally slam that squeaky ass gate?
Oh yeah, it's slammed.
Get some goddamn WD-40.
Don't tell me how to do my job. Don't tell me how to live my life.
Duct tape that bitch.
All right, what are we all drinking?
Oh, well, I have to apologize.
Yes, thank God. Here we go.
First, let me apologize.
Okay, wait, let me do mine first. I'm drinking red wine, which is not as bad as what Aaron's drinking, especially since it's a Broncos cup.
Oh, it's so good, but it's Leinenkugel. So, Matt, I want to take this time to apologize to your cowboy listeners. We are fancy boys, but we're fancy boys that like dick and butt jokes.
Perfect.
I'm just out here trying not to be a gunsel, and I'm trying to figure out what a gunsel is.
Yeah, me too. City boys don't. So, Matt, are we the first city slickers? Are we the first city slickers on your podcast?
That would be correct.
Okay, I call Billy Crystal. Tim, you could be that weird guy from Home Alone.
What's his name? Damn it. It's going to piss me off.
What is his name? I forget.
Stern. David Stern. No. Yeah, David Stern, right?
David. I think you're right.
David Stern. Yeah, I'll take it.
Nice.
Why the hell are you dressed like a chicken?
So, yes, Matt, I've been listening to your podcast, and I feel like as a city person, I don't understand about 90% of what comes out of your mouth, but I love to hear Matt McKinley talk. So please enlighten me. Is a gunsel?
I feel like I know some of the words.
What's a gunsel? Is it like a fraternity guy? D-bag?
No, he's just kind of a poser cowboy.
Damn it. Okay, so both of us were gunsels because on opening day, McKinley was in Converse and both of us were in our cowboy boots.
Yeah.
I was in PF Flyers, damn it.
That's true.
PF Flyers.
So would we be seen as a gunsel even though my boots are legit?
No, you would just be seen as a city person dressing up in boots.
City
gunsel. The gunsel comes into effect when you think you're a hand, but you're not a hand, and
when you're a finger.
When you're a finger, they call you fingers because you ain't no hand.
Damn right.
I feel like we have to explain to the audience that you don't always see a cowboy and a city slicker be friends, but Matt McKinley, for those of you who have not met him, is a fucking legend. Matt, my three favorite things about Matt. He likes to have a good time. He drinks beer, and he fucking hates hippies as much as I do. God bless.
I respect everyone you know, McKinley, but I feel like we've seen you at your best and worst.
Which is his
probably
best.
True. Probably true. Yeah, we have, God, the amount of beer we have drank over the years is obscene. I mean, just obscene.
It's gone to my panza.
Are you guys going to do the Sober October challenge?
No.
That sounds god fucking awful.
I know. I don't want to do it. Robbie got butthurt because he can't take a little shit talking, and then he broadcast it out on my Facebook page. So what else am I supposed to do but like nut up and do it, I guess.
So he challenged you.
I just friended Robbie on Facebook so I can talk shit to him all October.
We should send a picture a day of us drinking, not like hard shit, but like we'll have like a daiquiri or maybe a wine spritzer. Like, oh, this is super good.
Oh, I am going.
You're making us look even more city.
I'm gonna go full on '80s style fitness instructor during my Sober October.
Are you gonna have ankle weights on?
Ankle weights, leg warmers, headband. I might get a perm.
I was going to ask, are your pubes going to be pressed or perm?
Crimped.
Bedazzled.
That's a 90s thing, but bejazzled is what they call it.
Touch of glitter.
That would be Michael Jackson.
Maybe pressed
Or Epstein.
in a glitter. So, Matt, who's in your viewership? I heard there was a couple of you had like these Canadian guys listening. What is your viewership? I'm guessing it's not Littleton people.
Or Cherry Creek people. Yeah. Besides me.
First off, Texas is my main listenership. That's where my most downloads come from. It's Texas, Colorado, California. No, California dropped down to 5, I think. But then it's
only
like
5
Idaho.
Conservatives in the state.
Well, actually, there's actually more Republicans in California than any state in the union.
This is true.
California just
outnumbered by the most Democrats in the union.
Well, it's just like Colorado, where Denver, Fort Collins, Boulder controls the whole state. San Francisco, San Jose, L.A. Controls the whole state of California. There's a lot of pretty conservative folks on the Eastern Sierras up in Northern California. They just happen to live in a beautiful state with a shitty government, basically.
Right.
I don't know. I lived in California. It's pretty shitty.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. You were a Cali boy.
I tried to surf once.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say there was some fellas I met at the ranch rodeo from Northern California and made it very clear that they did not own a surfboard.
Or a Prius.
Yeah.
There are a lot of those.
So, Matt, you told me that we were going to chat about the Feinstein stuff, right? That was one of the topics?
Epstein, yeah.
You dumb shit.
Epstein. Whatever. Feinstein, Epstein.
Oh, Feinstein's just... she's the closest thing to a troll I've ever seen in my life.
You know, for the listeners, I was a political consultant for 7 years, and I don't believe in conspiracy theories. With that said, if the Clinton campaign is listening right now, I believe that you did not kill them.
I would also like to make a statement. I, Matt McKinley, being of sound mind and body, do declare that I'm down quite a ways from then, but I have not ever, nor am I currently having suicidal thoughts. Just for the record.
I feel like Epstein was the most surprised that he committed suicide that night.
I think so too. He's like, I didn't know I had it in me.
Well, like I was telling Tim, I've been watching Oz lately. So I know how prison works. And I know shockingly, I watch Oz because of the love scenes, but I learn a lot of stuff along the way.
Aaron tries a lot of it on himself.
As I said, I have watched this documentary called Orange is the New Black, so I too am very well versed in the system.
Right. Well, and I watch Oz because it's a good show, but I watch it and the prisoners are never watched. This must be fake. Obviously, it's not. It's like, go ahead and go play nice. Go play nice. We'll be back in an hour.
Aaron has to rewatch Oz while he's in his refractory period.
Yes. You know why? Because it reminds me, don't fucking go to jail. They will love you so strong they will love you.
Oh shit.
So yeah, I think I don't think there's a conspiracy, but it's either, for all conspiracies, it's either crazy negligence or just stupidity. But I'm sure they're like, hey, watch this guy. He might kill himself. And if we keep them alive, Barr will stay off our ass. Like, how could you fuck that up?
Yeah, I buy pretty heavily into this conspiracy because the Clintons are fucking evil, dude. And not only that, they were saying there's not just the Clintons, but Trump is connected to Epstein, and a lot of big swinging dicks were connected to Jeffrey Epstein. The biggest swinging one was Hillary.
So I'm just looking at. I'm watching the news. It says Trump retweets conspiracy theory linking Clintons. Oh, he's on it now.
Oh yeah, he has been. Like, Trump is my fave on Twitter. He is so good on Twitter.
Again, Clinton campaign. I don't think you did anything.
I am allergic to rope around my neck.
Well, it was crazy because they had like all these guys who were in prison, like being interviewed on national TV, and they're like, "Oh, you can't hang yourself because they give you paper clothes." How does he do it? I don't know. The big ex-cop probably strangled that motherfucker, and they're like, "Oh, oops."
Well,
I think it was autoerotic asphyxiation.
Our Jew buddy Rob posted something.
Of course he did. What did Rob have to say about this?
Yes, I'm curious.
Well, he has to say what every other major media outlet has to say, that Jeffrey Epstein death spawns conspiracy theory stories retweeted by Trump, blah, blah, blah. Nothing to see here. Move along. He just committed suicide. That's it.
I know.
Okay.
The crazy thing is he was on suicide watch 6 days prior to. Like, they don't just take you off. I don't know.
No. At the request of his lawyer, supposedly. Lawyer.
That's not the most annoying thing Rob has put on Facebook.
No.
Rob, if you're listening, I love you.
Fuck the Cubs. That's what I say.
Fuck the Cubs. Yeah.
There's one guy that always posts on or comments on Rob's post. I don't know who he is.
It's Mike Ellis.
Well, Mike Ellis always comments. That's always good. No, one of his liberal buddies, Josh something or other. Like, you can tell he talks like this because actually. And,
does he smell his farts?
I'm sure he does. I
also I looked at a bunch of Epstein freaking memes today, just to have some kind of ammo for this, and there's a lot of them out there that are pretty bad that I don't feel comfortable saying.
Are there a lot of David Carradine references?
There's a lot of Hannah Montana references.
Okay, so here's another reason why I'm buying hard into this conspiracy theory, because Google Epstein conspiracy theory or just Epstein conspiracy, and it does not show up in like the top searches of Google, which it is. But if you go over to like DuckDuckGo or Bing, there's all sorts of conspiracy theories linking the Clintons and Epstein. But Google is just like, move those off to the side. No, you don't need to see those.
Has there been any link between him and Area 51? Maybe he just went home.
He might have. Bernie will tell us when he's elected.
Bernie will tell us.
I'm almost gonna vote. I'm almost gonna vote for Bernie just so we can find out about aliens.
Yeah, because he wants a whole nother tax bracket.
Yeah.
I feel like Aaron would have been the only kid to come back from Epstein's Island still a virgin.
No, that would have been Rob.
I'm not going to touch that one on fucking livecast. I'm not going to touch it.
I told Rob to get a headset and jump on, but he never responded to me, so his loss.
God. Yeah.
He had a chance to defend himself.
So we have our friends brunch every couple Sundays, and I brought up the fact that McKinley has a podcast, and for some reason Nick, Eric, and Rob had not listened to it.
Oh, really? Suckers.
It's because they're shitty friends, Matt.
I know.
Actually, Nick looked for it, but he couldn't figure out Spotify. So
Yeah. Oh, you mean Pirate Nick? So for the viewers
Nick.
out there, if you've ever seen SpongeBob SquarePants, Patchy the Pirate, he's got a tooth missing right here. That's good old fucking Nick. Fucking Patchy.
Patchy the Pirate.
that's going to be your fantasy football team name, isn't it, Aaron?
Yeah, we're maybe that could be like part of the show.
Uh-oh.
Text in and tell us some good, like, what do we call them, like dentist
Yeah,
names?
if someone's missing a tooth, what's a good fantasy football team name?
Like, I'm tempted, since I won last year, I'm going to win this year. I'm going to call it Plaque the Plaque Champion. What was yours, Tim?
Oh, I can't remember. I'll have to think of it. Damn it.
The anal scrubbers.
Oh,
Just as accurate.
I was Scroats McGoats one year. And
yeah, you were.
I was Sunnyvale Sam Squinch last year.
That's right.
I like the thought. I like the thought that we made this podcast to talk about fantasy football like anyone cares what we have to say about it.
I know. That's what I said when I brought it up the first time. I was like, that's enough fantasy football talk because nobody gives a fuck.
Goddamn Cowboys.
We are.
Goddamn Cowboys, get with the new millennium and get on fantasy football and join the mystic power that is fantasy football.
And somebody get Antonio Brown his old helmet.
You know what I like? I like how Antonio Brown has a blonder mustache than I do.
Yeah, that thing is glorious.
Fucking, it's a shocker to see. Yeah, fucking guy.
Make sure you interview us.
How about we interview you?
This is your show, McKinley.
Matt, I listened to your dad's podcast today.
Oh my God,
Wes McKinley's still
Mr. McKinley.
He's the coolest fucking guy in the room.
He's a
like
national
always.
treasure.
Oh yeah, at all times.
Fuck, I mean, if Tom Selleck was there with Wes McKinley, I would totally blow off Tom Selleck just to shake.
You would
McKinley.
totally blow Tom Selleck.
I would totally. Oh, Mr. McKinley.
Once again, Clinton's not suicidal.
McKinley, I was super impressed with the what was his name, Billy Whitfield.
Billy Whitfield, yeah.
That guy's a badass.
Yeah, he's cool.
I like that guy.
I like how your dad is in the twilight years of his retirement, and he's like still fighting the man.
Oh yeah, he truly gives zero fucks anymore.
No, he doesn't. It's fucking amazing.
Like the name drop that the people that were suing him, that's family. You don't give a shit.
It's Matt.
Look at Matt.
No, he's just like he's got the state set up in a trust so they can't come after it. So he's like, sue me. I ain't paying shit.
Good luck.
He's like, I got nothing. You come take it. I got nothing for you.
Look at Baca County, man. Face down 20 officials who tried to take his money.
Yeah, he don't give a shit.
Do you have any listeners out in Baca County? Because that's just God's country right there.
Oh yeah, I got a few
besides Brad.
Brad listens in on occasion, but Brad's busy being Brad, so
owning all of Baca.
What about What about tater salad?
Oh, he's out flying.
I haven't heard from Tater Salad in a while.
Somebody let Tate be a pilot. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Every time,
that was
every
the
time,
most violent thing I've ever seen in my life.
every time I hear about Tate being a pilot, all I can think of is Randy Quaid from Independence Day. Like he comes in
Wrong
like
damn field, you idiot.
They abused him sexually.
Yeah. No, except nobody's abused Tate sexually. I mean,
Besides Tate.
Because his crotch is too hot. Hot fire.
I'm probably going to get an angry text message tomorrow. Or whenever this comes out.
I cannot wait.
So I had to tell you, this whole second puberty thing is real.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay, this just
real.
took a turn.
Yeah,
Like
I've been
push or what?
I've been thinking about it all day. It's really bugging me. So I used to give my dad shit about his caterpillar eyebrows, and I looked today.
Let's not talk shit about big eyes.
Yeah, you got a lot of work to do, bro. I had a hair sticking out of my fucking ear this long. I had fucking white hairs right here. I missed a spot in the back of my head. I look like fucking not with it this morning. I'm actually getting Nick Engelman hair on my back now. That's a thing.
Oh wow.
Just the one side though.
You keep getting uglier, and I didn't think that was a possibility.
You love to sit on this face.
Yeah, just to shut it up. This is the first podcast.
Yes, Bird and Daylight. These are the guys he hung out with in college.
I'm gonna have to do the same thing I do with Robbie's episodes and put a disclaimer. If you're listening, please make it stop.
It's not about butthole pleasures.
It's not.
Fucking stupid. Fucking stupid.
So where are we going next, McKinley, in the podcast?
So if you haven't caught on to the movie quotes, that this is how we communicate. Like this since day one, this is how we've communicated through movie quotes. And me and Aaron were talking how like the 80s kids were they were known as like the mixtape generation. And we are definitely the movie quote generation.
Oh, no doubt.
With a strong overlap into the GIF generation or GIF. I don't know how you say it, but those things are glorious.
That's starting to take over the movie quotes.
I know, because you just use movie quotes in GIF form.
You type in the movie quote and hope there's a GIF.
Yeah. Oh, I know. There's been so many times where I was just disappointed because there wasn't a GIF for that. It ruins my day.
I feel like I haven't texted anything to you guys except fucking pictures for the past like 8 months.
Oh, I know. Memes.
I'm tired of seeing your balls.
but they're permed.
Bedazzled.
Vajazzled. That's what it's called.
Vajazzled.
I heard that on I was on the Bob and Tom show here several years ago, but vajazzling. That's
amazing.
That's a thing?
Apparently that was I don't know if it still is, but
God, we got married way too young.
God willing, it's still a thing.
The
God willing.
Vajazzled.
So, how much are your sponsors going to like this episode?
I know.
I will not get these sponsors for this one, I imagine, but
you're not going to do a spot?
They're like, no, pass on this one. No.
No.
Well,
no.
luckily the ones I have right now are cool. They don't really care. They the Don't Be a Gunsel guys. They're all about the funny memes and shit. So they're all about it. And then the Fogwell Horses guy, he's just looking to get some new clientele. So he made me some leather goods, and I'm plugging his show. So I think he's cool with it either way.
I feel like if they know we're friends of McKinley, then they know we're legit.
Oh, I think so. That's one thing is like the listeners here, they're really loyal. Like I've not lost any listeners since I started, I don't think so.
So I listen to I listen to a couple podcasts while I'm at work every day, and I'll listen to them, and then I'll listen to yours, and then like the other day, one of my employees came up to me and said, "What are you listening to?" I was like, "Nothing. Don't worry about it."
Did you say nothing?
What the hell?
Because I was sitting out there by myself, just laughing my ass off because of something. I think it was actually something Wes McKinley said. And then
he's got some good ones.
And then my employee came up behind me, and he like snuck up behind me. He's like, "Hey, what are you listening to?" I was like, "Holy shit! Okay, nothing. Go away."
Yeah, I was listening, and I heard Wes talk about who brought him diapers or some shit.
Oh, one of my older sisters.
I fucking started dying at work, and they're like, "Who you listen to?" I said, "Oh, my buddy Matt," and they're like, "Oh, Cowboy Matt."
Well,
yes.
Get him to listening.
Well, after this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one's reserved for.
This is our own special little hour.
This one's reserved for our shit pile of friends.
Good enough.
For everybody that's listening, it's amazing how this group of friends has collected the biggest pieces of shit on planet Earth. For instance, Tim. Tim is like the puppy dog that nobody will take care of because he keeps on shitting on the carpet. But you just love him because he says a dick joke every once in a while.
And he
shits on the carpet.
Because he thinks it's funny to shit on the carpet.
Yeah, it is to him.
Like, oh, yeah, that's Tim's thing, I guess. It's funny.
Speaking of shitting on the carpet, should I tell him what my lovely son did?
I'll go for it. This is a good one.
So I'm just going to say burn in Daylight Nation. I have two boys.
Daylight burners.
Daylight burners. The burning daylights. I have two little boys. One's going to be 3 in October. And one's going to be a year in August. I take the oldest to Casa Bonita.
Oh, Casa Bonita!
The fucking crown jewel of Colorado. We have a good old time. We eat sopapillas. We eat tostadas. We chase the diver around. Have a good old time. Fucking come back home.
Chase the diver?
Yeah, he was running around because he was. No, he was like the pirate, and we were chasing the pirate around.
Okay, I'm just gonna let that just breathe.
Yeah. So I put him down for.
Was it Paxton Lynch? After he gets cut,
he didn't have a job.
Becomes the pirate.
So, and let me put this disclaimer: I love my children to death, but sometimes they're just real buttheads. They're buttholes. So I put him to bed for a nap. And about an hour and a half later, I hear this large bang at the door. I'm like, oh, he's up. Go upstairs. Walk in. He says, hey, Dad. Like nothing's wrong. This fucking guy took off his diaper, took a shit in the middle of his fucking room. And to top that, he didn't have any shit on his ass or legs. You know why? Because he fucking drug his ass across the carpet like some wild animal. I live in Littleton, Colorado. It's fucking suburbs. I've got wildlife shitting in my house.
McKinley, I blame the parents.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's the breakdown of the nuclear family right there.
Hey, you know what? I get drunk and shit on the carpet one time, and I'm the asshole.
That is one thing I never did. I never did get drunk and shit my pants. I've shit my pants on like emergency occasions, like just didn't make it. But hey, bud.
As you're talking to your child.
I think I came out of nowhere.
And that was the first time I got crabs.
Oh shit!
Oh, little
Gus
Gus.
is a pretty regular visitor on these on the video calls. He just like pops in and out.
Yeah.
Daddy, why is that man talking about his pants like that?
Oh shit!
Oh my god! Stupid. Gosh damn it!
I can't wait until all of your kids can like comprehend good stories.
Yeah, that's gonna
Oh
be.
man, I've created monsters. Like they're already telling stories, and I don't know where they get it, but it's.
Yeah, they won't be hearing those
So-
stories until sophomore year in college.
Yeah,
I'm fucking done.
yeah. So, speaking of shitting on the carpet, this wasn't on the carpet, but a couple weeks ago, it's me and Gus holding down the fort here.
Thanksgiving dinner.
Here we are at Christmas.
Rebecca's parents are in town. They were impressed.
No, man. So Rebecca's up at Tahoe for 4-H camp, and her and Sophia are up there, and me and Gus are just holding down the fort. We're outside watering trees and shit, just doing man shit. And Gus, he decides he doesn't need any clothes, so I look over there. I move the hose and look over, and Gus is butt ass naked except for his little palm leaf hat that he just got.
Good boy.
So he's squatting down, playing in the mud, just letting everything breathe a little bit. Well, actually, I heard him kind of grunting a little bit, and sure enough, pinching a loaf off out there in the driveway. So I was like, well, I guess it could be worse. And
Yeah,
well,
At least he shits
apparently he
outside.
wouldn't. Well, luckily, that one wasn't bad. So
I wipe my own ass.
it was on the dirt driveway, so I just got a shovel and chucked it out into where nobody walks, and so we'll just forget about that little deal.
Well, good thing he didn't drag his ass along the gravel, because
Well,
so he
it
would
gets
have
better.
a callous butthole.
It gets better. He was not done. He was not done. Well, callous butt was it's pretty essential to life, but we
Callous butthole.
yeah, it's essential.
It's
How
essential.
else, how else
Cowboy.
are you going to make wood smooth?
I don't.
That's right.
What's
Yes.
See, Burning Daylight fans, this is how our stories go. One of us goes into a story and we just fucking pick it apart with little fucking tangents.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
It does get wrapped up eventually. I
Wood
promise.
smooth.
So I go to feed the chickens, and he's still playing in the mud. But he just dropped the turd in the driveway, so I figured he's good to go. Well, my father-in-law peeks his head out of the house, and he was coming in to get something to eat or something, and he pops his head around the corner, and he goes, "Ow, son of a bitch!" And I look over, and Gus had climbed up on the seat of this little bicycle. Apparently, he couldn't get down in time, and he had another log of brewing in there. Shit on the bicycle seat.
Look, Daddy, my shit ray.
He was trying to get down from the bike and just spear it all over himself.
Oh,
So I wished he would have drug his ass on the ground, but no, like we got the garden hose and just sprayed him down.
good thing
I
you
feel
didn't
like
fall
Gus-
off. he'd be shitting pancakes.
I feel like Gus stories are just innocent McKinley stories in college.
Right.
He was on a bicycle, so he just shit himself.
It's slightly weirder because Gus is an infant and McKinley's a grown-ass man.
Yeah. And by Gus, I mean me, and by a couple weeks ago, I mean last night.
Riding home from the VFW, yeah, shit on my horse.
I bet you George Raftopoulos has a story about that.
Oh, you know he did.
I tried to call him the other day. Well, I called the last number that I had. But he changed phone numbers more than most people changed underwear.
Who is this, Kranz?
No,
George Rafto.
Oh, George Raftopoulos?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, probably because he had like women after him after he broke their heart.
Yeah, he did a lot of that.
He did.
But he's got a very successful seed stock operation now. So if anybody's doing business with him, great guy. Great guy.
Class act.
Fucking George Raftopoulos was the best guy at the bar because he would ask out 100 women and he would wait for that one that would say yes. He was just like, his confidence was like, hey, can I buy you a beer? No. Great. On to the next one. On to the next.
Yeah.
Like he just persisted. He was the Lance Armstrong with two balls.
Yeah, but he always brought home a smoke show every time.
Yes. Every time.
I
not like
tried to do that for you, Aaron.
Go down the line. It's not like George would start at the top and then move on down the totem pole. He would just stay at the top, just go right to the next one, and just kept on moving.
Or you could be fucking Tim Martin. He used to
Yes.
play the game called Have You Met My Friend Aaron? And no. He wouldn't find.
Can I tell this story?
No, because you suck. You can't.
But I did it in the first place.
Shut up! It's my birthday. That story will come later. Proceed with this.
Tell your fucking dumbass story, you piece of shit.
One of my favorite games to play when when we would be going to the bars, Aaron would be out there just like hitting on chicks nonstop. I'm sure Katie's gonna love this story.
No, I wasn't hitting on girls. I was hitting on you and Nick is what it was. We're grabbing ass.
So
we
what
never
I would
talk
do,
to girls.
What I would do is find a lady that
could bench press me.
Yeah, she could probably pick you up. She probably might have had more facial hair than you.
Yeah, slightly.
I would sit there and talk to them for a while and get them all buttered up, and then
finally Aaron's like, "Where's him?"
Wait for Aaron to walk by, and I would grab him by the shoulder and I'd say, "Have you met my friend Aaron? He's the best guy I know." And I would just walk away, and I would stand about 10 feet away, and I would watch the show.
You're missing a piece of that. You're missing a piece of that.
Aaron could not be mean to people.
No, you're missing a piece of that because I always got my drinks bought.
Yeah, because they probably worked in an oil field and made a bunch more money than you.
That's right. They treated me they were surprisingly gentle.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And so then I would get the
soft touch.
Well, the calluses on their fingers would really get into those knots on his shoulders.
Yeah. That's why my mustache is white, because they scared the shit out of me.
Aaron, how many times did I play
grease under their fingernails just helped to cauterize the wounds later.
Not the mental wounds.
No, there ain't no coming back from that. That's PTSD all the way there.
And that's why I have trouble sitting down now.
I thought you were going to say trouble sleeping.
That too. Fucking too.
His wife turns on the microwave. His eyes cross. He passes out and pisses himself.
The part really kind of messes with the part in my hair.
But his garden's spitting out 50-pound tomatoes. So anyway, I would just watch and laugh as Aaron would get drug out of the bar by some Neanderthal.
Fucking hilarious. I wanted to.
And then we get the phone calls the next morning.
What are you doing? No,
I'm on the corner. I'm holding my shoes.
Like, if you know those movies where the chicks have the walk of shame, like I'm that gal. Like I'm sitting on a bus bench calling you and Nick in front of Beaver Market.
We're like, Aaron, we're at work. What do you want? I just woke up on a leather couch and had to peel myself off of it.
Yeah, and you guys weren't sympathetic. You were like, "Oh, where on the doll did she touch you?"
High five, bro.
That was like Rob when he was rushing for whatever stupid fraternity he was in.
That poor bastard.
He just got done with Hell Week, and like he went and like collapsed on his bed. Comes in from Hell Week, and I was like, "Get your ass up and get in the shower, because you fucking stink." I don't know what they did to you, but get your ass in the shower. And then we all go down for like family supper in the dorms, and I think I grabbed the top of T.O. bottle, and Aaron was playing Dr. Phil and his show us on the doll.
Oh fuck! They made him drink spit cans. I think as soon as I heard that, I'm like, no, not for me.
He had to drink spitters?
Yes.
Well, and then
I only did that by accident.
He dropped out like 2 weeks after he cleared Hell Week. I was like, if I'm going through that, I'm in there for life. Fucking brand me with that with that Greek deal, because I ain't going through it and then quitting 2 weeks later. Fuck that.
Would you call that a Gunser move?
Gunsel.
Calling it a Gunser is a Gunsel move, dumb shit.
Yeah.
Gunser?
Jesus Christ, who invited him?
Oh, don't even, Tim. You're more a fucking city slicker than I am.
How?
New York City?
Have either of us ever been on a horse?
I have. I don't like them, but I have.
I haven't.
Yeah.
You now got mauled by a mule.
I fed a bunch of horses some alfalfa with McKinley once in college.
I just suckered Tim into helping me do my job.
I had to throw a bunch of hay bales, and I was like, God damn, this fucking sucks.
Fucking Tim.
I know. I was driving the pickup, too. It's like, you're not allowed, Tim.
I once read a book from my nephew that had a horse in it.
God damn it. I have cowboy boots, dick.
We both do. That makes us Gunsels.
Damn it. Gunsel Brothers.
We're the Gunnies. Yay!
I need a hat that says I used to be a Gunsel.
I used to be a recovering Gunsel.
A recovering Gunsel.
I might make that hat just because.
That's pretty damn good.
Oh, I think we may be onto something with that one.
I like it.
Oh, you know how
Gunsel in training. That'd be good to do.
Us city slickers would pick that up in a second.
Oh. If I'm making money, I don't give a shit. So,
so Matt, I have to tell you, my favorite series that you had on your podcast was the constant onslaught of cyst draining from the cows.
Oh yeah,
that was fuck, man. Why do they get so cysty?
Why did we have to watch video?
Why not?
My question first, Tim.
All right, so
because I already asked mine, so fuck you. I mean, are we allowed to say the F word on this?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Fuck you, Darren.
Fuck you.
So it's what do you're the biggest one of us. What do you weigh? About 200?
Me?
I'm at 225, 230.
I'm 215.
Okay. So if you get a splinter in your finger and you get some pus on it, the pus pocket's going to be just a little bitty, but you're 225 pounds. If they get it, like a lot of times they'll rub on the cable and they'll get a piece of metal flake under their skin, and so it just gets infected and festers. But it just white blood cells attacking it. It's just like getting a splinter under your finger.
They don't have opposable thumbs.
It's not cow puberty.
No, that's a real thing though.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, every living thing has puberty.
Is there cow clearasil?
They don't get acne, no.
Is their voice?
They do get very hormonal, but
they get really awkward talking to the heifers.
Right.
Well, they're not much talking. It's just kind of If you acted like a bull, you'd be thrown in jail and suicided next to Jeffrey Epstein.
Which again, the Clintons, we don't know anything about.
Nothing.
Nothing. Right now. So, they're just so much bigger than the rest of us that those abscesses and cysts, they just get huge.
God, like from the video, it just seemed like all you do all day is pick at cysts.
Is that all your job?
That is my entire job. No, they're not all that common, and I've had several of them in the last month or so that I've pulled thinking they were going to be good videos, and then they didn't turn out all that good. But
were they on yourself or the cows?
Both. Exactly the reaction I'm looking for.
So, Matt, do you use Utterly Cream on the udders?
No, I use that on my nipples.
Because my friend Sam Watanuki, he had really dry feet, and when he was young, he used Utterly Cream on his feet.
That stuff works good. Bag balm.
Good story, bro.
They use it on dairy cows because they get chafed when they're milking them, and they rub that shit on there.
Tim, this is about a podcast, but it's also about us learning things. Okay.
Educational.
That's right.
We should do a podcast of McKinley having us do his job for a day.
Oh, that'd be so awesome. Oh, I'd just get drunk as shit and follow you around on the four-wheeler.
I get to shave the cow.
Oh, did you see the video where the guy's like he's got his son on a colt and he's like taking a video with the camera talking about their outfit, and then he just like throws a tarp out in the middle of the pen.
Yes.
That's what I'd be doing. I would put you on, whatever horse I knew was going to spook at the time and just throw shit at you at random, unexpectedly.
I ain't getting on no fucking horse.
Every picture I see of McKinley with his children on a horse, I feel like sick to my stomach.
Why?
Because it's McKinley with a child on a horse.
You know what? Honestly, of like all,
No,
like how the fuck do I have kids? That's a good question. Like, we are man children, and we are taking care of human beings.
I punched you in the dick so many times too. I don't know how.
I know.
Oh, it's a wonder any of us are still shooting live rounds.
It's amazing. Like balls of steel.
Oh, one of my nephews, I started doing the nut tap game with my nephews, and Cameron, he's not the quickest thinker. I go in for the tap, and he covered up wisely, but he got all excited about it because he finally blocked one. I usually get him to where he's like, but he blocks it, and then he goes, "Oh yeah," and I just crap out, double him to his knees, and then he just like cried in the fetal position for about 10 minutes.
Well, you know what you got to do when they start covering their cojones? You give them a good neck gug.
Yeah, the gug.
Oh, I found out I really got to be careful of what I teach young Vern, because I taught him the gugging game, and he was at his babysitter's house and started gugging all the infants. So we can't play that game anymore.
that one's off limits, huh?
And you know what? His favorite game is to goose me and his mom when we go up the stairs. So he's just like, gobble gobble, gobble gobble.
I want Vern to watch this video in about like 10 years and just be like, dude, Vern, you're an asshole.
Yeah, oh, you mean Skid Mark? He hasn't earned his fucking name yet. He's to be referred as Skid Mark until he can learn how to fucking shit indoors and wipe his ass properly.
Vern, I have like daydreams of just hitting you with like a canoe paddle.
My kids, they're gonna be my little goons. Like, I swear, you better not come over and take a dump, because I'm gonna do what my dad taught me to go with the uncles. He used to like open the door while my uncles were taking a shit. I used to kick him in the shins because my dad told me to do it. Like, oh, Uncle Tim, yeah, kick him in the shins. It's good luck.
Yeah, awesome. Throw a bunch of lit bottle rockets down his pants.
Oh, Uncle Tim taught me this one.
Have you ever lit firecrackers off around Aaron and Nick?
Fuck.
I don't know. Have we?
I don't know. Probably.
They are the biggest bitches you'll ever meet in life when it comes to firecrackers.
Didn't we tell you why? Because fucking in high school they used to shoot off firecrackers, of course, at the fucking me and Nick.
You just go to Wyoming and get bigger ones and fire them back.
Yeah, that would have went really well at John F. Kennedy High School in Denver. This isn't fucking Baca County where it can shoot dynamite at people.
I don't know. I saw Nick shoot a 308 in Baca County. I was somewhat impressed. Baca County?
Baca County.
Baca.
Pick up a fucking book.
I saw two people that I had never thought I would ever see shoot a gun, and it ended exactly how I thought it was going to.
Was Rob one of those, and was Rob crying?
No, Rob has a concealed carry permit, and somehow he's super anti-gun.
How is that possible? Remember the first time we took Rob shooting McKinley?
Yeah, when we went out to Pawnee.
Oh, he's like scared to death.
Yeah,
he has a concealed carry permit, and I don't even think he knows how to hold a gun.
That's about right.
McKinley just giggles.
Yeah.
That is correct.
That is correct. I just every time he posts something about really anything that he posts anymore, I just go through all the comments and make a laughing face on him.
Just do frowny faces on everything.
I do laughing just because I know it probably gets under his skin a little bit.
You should, after every comment, you should just write, "I disagree."
I'm offended. Point of personal privilege.
Check it.
Point of parliamentary procedure.
Did you see that video of the Democratic Socialist convention or whatever? Holy dog shit. You should go look it up. It's entertaining.
What did AOC have to say?
Well, I don't know if she was there, but
she probably got lost.
There's no like decorum in it. It's like anybody can speak, but you have to say like point of personal privilege, and then like air your grievances.
It's like Festivus?
Kind of.
Did they wrestle each other?
No. It's just airing of grievances. That's all it is. There's no feats of physical strength. It's just airing of grievances. But there's like one guy, he was honestly like, I hear a lot of background noise and chatter, and I'm one that is prone to sensory overload. So if you could keep it down, and I know we're gung, but I'm prone to sensory overload.
Jesus.
And then immediately after he got done talking, like some old socialist fuck stands up and point of personal privilege. Please do not use gendered language to address everyone. Okay. This is the world we're living in now.
This is what's happening now.
Yeah. Can't make this shit up.
I gotta look it up, man.
I've got the video somewhere. I've been trying to think of a good caption to put on the Facebook page, because if you haven't noticed, our Facebook page is pretty lit, if you will. They're all sold. 100% stolen.
McKinley just said lit.
Matt, the proper adjective now that all the young kids are using, because Nick and Bailey told me, is it's wet. That's wet.
Wet?
That's wet.
Not moist.
Not moist, but wet.
Is that like it? Remember when crunchy was a thing for like 2 weeks? That's crunchy.
Nope.
Was it from a Mountain Dew commercial?
Maybe it was crispy. I don't remember. It was some sort of food adjective.
No, so my buddy Bailey, who's the basketball coach for Thornton, every time they make a shot, it's wet. It's kind of like teardrop.
Is this like
rain, apparently.
Yeah. Is this like with all of the students that he calls puddle drinkers?
He calls them what?
He calls them puddle drinkers. Or they call each other puddle drinkers.
Oh, because everything's wet?
I don't know.
Huh.
I just think it's funny to say puddle drinker.
Is on fleek still a thing? I don't know.
I never in my life thought I'd hear McKinley say on fleek.
I don't know.
I was hoping to bring it back, but I don't know.
I think you brought back lit. Like, I'm gonna go say that at work. Like, oh, how's your day going?
Well, you gotta.
Oh, pretty lit.
You gotta.
My day's lit.
As if you will. That's what you gotta say. If you will. It's rather lit. If you will.
What have you?
What have yous?
Activist. What have you? Very
yes.
Yes.
Yeah. To be fair.
Activist.
Do you guys watch Letterkenny?
Oh, I started watching it.
Oh, it's so good.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Those fucking Canadians. They brought us Trailer Park Boys, and now Letterkenny. They're geniuses up there.
Matt, can we take 1 second right now to talk about how Aaron's going in his backyard to take a piss?
No, I'm turning off the sprinklers.
That's why you have like automatic sprinklers.
No, it's fucked up. I can't figure out what the fuck's
Yeah,
going
you
on.
peasant.
I'm sorry. You know what? Mike Ellis can't figure it out. Like, we've gone through 3 clocks. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
It's not analog, so Mike Ellis can't figure it out.
It's fucking crazy. I've reset everything 3 times, and it keeps on running after, like I said, from 7:15 to 9:15, and then it fucking runs again.
Huh.
Oh, the Clintons.
Possibly the Russians.
Your
Hillary?
grass has information on Hillary Clinton.
Hillary, I'm talking to you right now. I was a political consultant for 7 years, and I never did anything to oppose your run, okay? I got out before you ran. Just leave me the fuck alone.
You're going to get
Once
suicided.
again, I am not suicidal. Just, like loving life right now.
Oh, my God. Fuck.
McKinley, what else
well,
do you want to talk about?
I was say, where are we at? How long have we been going?
I don't know.
Feels like fucking forever.
You're the tech guy.
I am.
Jesus Christ.
Did you
McKinley's our
ever
tech
think?
guy.
Did you ever think, fucking, when we met, if anybody would have a podcast, it would be fucking Matt McKinley?
Absolutely. McKinley talks to himself and then just figures out that someone's next to him.
Hey, I solved the Seth Rich mystery the other day. I solved that bitch. So
who's Seth Rich?
Welcome, world.
Did I miss
another
this
one of you may have. He's also one that was not suicided by the Clintons. He
Sorry, Hillary.
Oh, you'll have to listen to it. You'll have to listen. But I solved that whole. That was the one that Hannity was getting sued over because he kept bringing up the conspiracy theories that the Clintons had him killed. And, I think the family brought a lawsuit against him.
No shit.
Yeah.
How did you figure it out?
Somebody brought it. Oh, it had to do with the Mueller report and everything. Basically,
you brought a full conspiracy theory all the way around, didn't you?
Oh yeah. See, this poor schmuck was so dumb that he believed the Steele dossier.
Was he on the grassy knoll?
He might have been. I think he invented the magic bullet.
And
did he have one arm?
Landing?
3 arms, believe it or not.
They call him Tripod.
Well, we called him Stumpy, but
there were 3 short arms.
I don't know where the nickname come from. We just called him Stumpy.
All right. So my camera keeps switching back between McKinley and Aaron, and it's just Aaron twisting his mustache maniacally.
I've got some link.
McKinley twisting his mustache.
Fucking Matt is like giving Tom Selleck a run for his fucking money.
I feel like I'm going to get snidely whiplashed.
I've got
like
full Pancho Villa mode.
Rocky and Bullwinkle episode.
Well, seriously, while I'm watching you, every time Tim talks, he like turns this way, like fucking Matt's towards the left of him. He's like, "Oh yeah, remember that, Matt?" Tim, he's not in the room with you right now.
See, Tim's an elderly fellow, we should say.
Keep turning to the camera. Yeah, never mind. Fuck you.
There he goes again.
Tim has been in college for 72 years now.
Yep.
That's going on 73.
Hey Matt, you know how old Tim is? He's so old that he hurt himself washing a wine glass. Why don't you tell that story, Tim? So our idiot friend Tim here is so. What's the word?
We're gonna do stories. Okay. Here we go.
Tim's so inept that he sliced his finger open washing a wine glass, and he had to have surgery on it so he could pick his butt again. Show him the finger. Where's the finger?
It's right here.
Looks great. There's some brown on it, but it looks great.
I was cleaning the wine glass to feed Aaron some wine so he would get loose and blow me.
It didn't work, did it?
Not that time.
It is so fucking amazing that I'm married with kids and you're married.
McKinley's not going to be able to follow this.
I'm getting told to move my ass over here.
Uh-oh.
You're burning daylight.
Is that McConnell's campaign manager over there?
I don't understand that reference, I guess.
What politician did she say she was a campaign manager for? Harry Reid. Fucking Harry Reid.
It was Harry Reid, yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, he's a Republican." I'm like, "No, he's fucking not."
I like that McKinley
going the whole night.
I like that McKinley keeps slowly unbuttoning his shirt more and more.
Looks good, don't it? You just wait for the inaugural run of Sober October, because I don't know if you listened to the episode yet.
Yeah,
we're doing 2 miles a day and sober for the month of October.
It sounds horrible.
Wait, you're running?
Yeah.
That's fucking punishment.
I know. It was not my idea. It just I got called out on my own Facebook page, so I can't bitch out on it.
Yeah, Robbie called your shit out.
Hey Tim, for October, should we just drink like usual?
I'm gonna do a drunk October.
Dale,
the entire October.
Well, get ready for full-on Richard Simmons style for the first run.
Strangely sober on Halloween for some reason.
You better wear your macrame shorts there, McKinley.
Oh, yeah, they will be short.
And revealing.
I got a boner.
I may just cut off some jeans. Let's go deep.
Oh, shit. All right, McKinley.
McKinley, this has been fun, buddy.
This has been real fun.
I think this is a time for McKinley to do his slam his gate and like and then hear a cow go moo in the background. McKinley go, this has been burning daylight, son of a bitch.
This podcast has been brought to you by Utterly Cream.
No. Then by Don't Be a Gunsel. Don'tBeAGunsel.com, where you can get Don't Be a Gunsel stuff.
Fucking nailed it. You fucking nailed it.
Well, I mean, you can say they're hats or they're stickers, but they're all good. So just get all their stuff.
Yeah, you should have been in sales, Tim.
Oh my god.
All
right, fellas.
Well, folks, that was fun. Catch you next time. Move your ass. We're burning daylight.
Yeah.
We're out.
All right, McKinley. It's been fun, dude. Does anybody hear me?